All right. Okay, guys. Wonderful. Okay, guys, this is Dr. Dina McGrady. I'm super excited for our training tonight. We are going to have some action steps on exactly how to get very simple duplication in your business based on this business model. And then we're going to have an interview with an incredible chiropractor that lives in Jamaica that has been in massive action. So she'll give some of her tips and tricks. I love learning from those that are in the trenches. I feel like everyone on this Zoom is in the trenches right now, but it's good to get different perspectives from different people based on their walk in life. So I'm going to introduce my business partner and all of our uplines, David Skoltedi. He kind of had an epiphany when he called me today and he just said, this is what we need to train on. And it really, really, really lit both of us up. I was like, yes, that's exactly what is going to help people, help everyone to get traction, a little bit more income in their back pocket, and a lot of duplication, because the whole purpose of this business is for us to get freedom income. When you think of freedom income, that means income a business you can walk away from, and times different seasons in life. Maybe we build it up really big in the next year. Then there's a season in life where we want to go on vacation with our family, or we want to do, have a little bit of downtime, and our business isn't going to fall flat because it's freedom income. And so I truly believe that is the opportunity we have with My Daily Choice. And I've seen it even just in this little bit of time we've launched. And so that has me really excited because I know our opportunity is massive. And so I want to invite Dave on, come on, and school us all.
That's cool.
I can't wait to take notes.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, Dan. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for the kind introduction.
Hi, David.
Good to see you guys. So anyhow, happy to our Monday mastermind for what is today? Monday, February 24th. It's that leap year. We've got 29 days, so we actually have till the end of the week through Saturday to close out this month's business, which is pretty cool. So I know we have a lot of new people that are joining us each and every week. So I just first and foremost want to welcome you. If you're brand new, I want to welcome you to the One Teamworks team of My Daily Choice. We're really excited. We are only literally like 6 weeks into building this business, and we're having fun. We're attracting an amazing group of people. And we're just excited. So if this is your first quote unquote Monday mastermind, just know that we do this every single week. We tend to have a different topic every week. Our goal is really just to kind of educate and empower and mastermind, quite honestly, a little bit about how we build this business, what we do, and tonight's gonna be no different. We're gonna, as Dana mentioned, we're gonna focus on helping you get duplication, but the epiphany that Dana's referencing was based off of a recorded video that somebody posted, Steve posted in our One Teamworks group over the weekend. And it was done by a gentleman named Richard Brook. Richard I've known for, over, 25 years now. He himself has been in the industry for over 40 years. So I'm happy to say I'm not the oldest person around here, but in any event, it was really kind of interesting. I'm going to talk about, what he talked about in a couple moments, but anyhow, Dana talked about the power of four, and what really got me thinking about it was not only watching his video, but understanding that the importance of modeling what you want to duplicate is the key to this whole business. And I've watched over the years so many people come into network marketing and come with the right intention of, hey, I can build this business, but also come with a lot of ideas, a lot of baggage, a lot of ingenuity, which I think is really powerful for entrepreneurship. But honestly, when it comes to network marketing, it's not necessarily what works for you, it's what duplicates for the masses to really make things work. So the importance of modeling what you want to duplicate is really important. We'll talk about that. Also, there's the importance of consistency. I mean, being consistent in what you're doing, how often you're doing it, because we are in this kind of instant gratification world, and in conjunction with that, we have family and kids and jobs and other businesses in some respect. And I love what Dana did. I don't know if anybody caught her live just before this, but she talked about the importance of picking a lane, and these are my words, these weren't hers, but picking a lane and driving, driving down that one lane, and not trying to straddle a fence. Now, again, I guess I'm not referencing to straddling the fence between a quote unquote job and your side hustle, or a job and your business, but more specifically, you know, within the space of network marketing. It's just, it's difficult enough, honestly, to build one business, let alone try to build two. And some people can do it, you know, but very few, at least specifically within the network marketing profession. And so the other thing I'll mention about this whole Power Four concept is that being able to approach anybody with conviction is critical. And we all know that all starts and stops, for that matter, with belief. You know, the belief in the products, which I see Jen on here. It's good to see you, Jen. Jen reached out to me over the weekend. It was great. Now, Jen, you'll get to hear from Jen, I think. Jen is expecting her first child. Her and her husband live here in Charleston, South Carolina. And I get this text over the weekend, and it was like, you know, my husband Frank has gotten incredible relief from the CBD. And I was like, wow, that's great. Because she actually shared with me that he was having some challenges, you know, backache challenges. And it was like, he's really loving it. If he's feeling better, he can really feel the difference. I love the hair care. I want to dive into this. Now, why do I bring that up? Other than to embarrass you a little bit, Jen, I bring that up because it's all about belief. And it all sounds good on the surface, guys, right? It all sounds good on the surface about being an entrepreneur and representing what we do. But until you really believe firsthand, it's pretty hard to dive into it. You know, so believing the products is important. Believing in the company is also super important. And those of you that will be joining us in Las Vegas in a month, you're going to believe when you walk out of there. You're going to believe the day you walk in there, when you walk into the corporate offices and do a tour on Friday, when you go through the whole day of training on Saturday at their roadshow event. Your belief is going to be rock solid. You're going to meet other people independent of us who have had a lot of success in this business, or having success, that have actually paved the way for us. The belief's going to be solid. And then when we have our after party, first of all, it is Vegas, right? And by the way, we just secured the Skyloft at the MGM, which is going to be really fun, guys. We're working with some entertainment options. We're working with some food options, some beverage options, and we're going to have Josh and Jenna Zweigel, the founders of the company, gracing us with their presence amongst other people, including corporate executives. So believing in the company is really important, right? Obviously, believing in network marketing. Sometimes that takes a little bit of traction, you know, because it's difficult. I mean, I could tell you, you know, the first 4 years that I was in network marketing, many of you know this story. If you read my book, you know that. I mean, at the end of 4 years, I think my residual income check was like less than $100 per month. And why is that? It wasn't because I didn't put the right effort forth. At least that's what I thought. It was more along the lines of really me not quite believing that this could really happen, independent of the fact that I probably wasn't coachable. I wasn't, you know, following the quote unquote system, which back then, 25 years ago, was a little antiquated. There really wasn't an internet, and there wasn't all these great capture pages and all this great technology we use today. But it also was probably lacking in my ability to, you know, reach out to anybody with supreme conviction. Okay, supreme conviction. So anyhow, let's get to the Power Four. Okay, I don't want to pontificate too much. Let's get to the Power Four. Here's my question for you guys. And this is just an honest question. Some of you are brand new, but I'd like to see, type a 1 in the chat. Okay, here we are on the 24th of February. If you have 4 or more personal enrollments this month, type a 1. Okay, got some Dana, good. Okay, this wasn't a loaded question, guys, but to some degree it was, because what I learned from this video of watching Richard Brooke was that if you're not treating a business, this business specifically, truly like a business, And by actually consistently enrolling people and actually making the number of contacts necessary to make at least 4 enrollments per month, then you're really not in the business. And I say it with all love, with all positivity, okay, but it's not the case. But here's what really the epiphany that Dana and I, when we were talking earlier, came over is like, what is the significance of 4? Well, the first part of the significance of 4 is that Josh and Jenna, when they enrolled us, when we asked them, what's the first step in building a binary compensation plan? They said very simply, enroll 4. Enroll 2 on your left, 2 on your right, you'll become binary qualified. Okay, pretty basic stuff. So that has to be, honestly, the first step in your first goal based on your actions that you take, okay? The other piece that was kind of interesting was they said, and I said, well, why 4? And they said, well, 4 gets you into the global bonus pool, which is pretty cool in that the company each and every month takes 10% of the worldwide sales of the company, puts it in the pool, and then for every 4 new affiliates and or customers that you enroll, you get 1 share of the pool. So last month, well, I wasn't even a full month, it was the month of January, the last 2 weeks when we started this business. I got this bonus pool. I look, how you look at your commissions and you break it down, and it was like $458 based on those enrollments. Now I enrolled more than 4, but I had multiple shares and I rank advanced, through the program. So you get a couple shares for rank advancing as well. But that was the other significance of the Power of 4. The other piece of it, which has become really evident, is that you get on the leaderboard. Dana came out with a great promotion for the team, and I'll have her share that with you tonight as well. But you get part of the leaderboard. So if you go into your back office, what the company does, which is pretty cool, is they list the top 100 enrollers in the business. Now, up until this month, they only did it based on the number of enrollments. Now, they rank it based on the actual volume of those enrollments. And then they go out and we have a handful, by the way, of team members on that top 100 this month. If you're in the top 10, you're earning anywhere from $1,000 to an extra $7,500 in their promotional contest this month. So pretty cool. So what does it do? So if you do that and you do it 1 month, it's great. But here's the challenge. Here's kind of like the the modeling, what am I trying to say here? Like the modeling behavior that we want to create as a team is that we want to teach everybody, including ourselves, what needs to be done to do this each and every month. So it's almost like a pattern. Like we start each and every one of us start the month off saying, we're going to enroll at least 4 people ourselves. Can you imagine how powerful that would be? I mean, number one, you'll make money. You'll get paid weekly. And you're in business, and that's what you want to have happen, right? But more importantly, people, whatever you do in moderation in this business, the people that you attract, the team members that you take in, they do it in excess. So if you want to get pure duplication, if you want to get pure leverage in the business, we need to model what we want to see duplicate. So here's another thing. Now, I had a couple interesting conversations over the weekend, including one today. And it was follow-up, because it was like dealing with some team members and talking about what's happening and what's not happening. And it's kind of interesting, and again, I don't say this in a judgmental way at all. But it was like when somebody says, well, I approached somebody, I approached these people, I got 1 enrollment, I thought I'd have more. And it's always interesting, when I hear that, because I'm always like, okay, well, let's dive into it a little bit deeper. How many people did you actually contact? And what's interesting is that in network marketing, most people go as far as their speed dial when they approach people about this business, or they approach people about their products. And what do I mean by speed dial? I'm talking about the besties, guys, the easy people, the people you talk to day in and day out, the people that are not, real easy to approach, the people you're closest to. But I'm here to tell you, to ultimately achieve what I think most people suggest they want to achieve, it has to go way beyond that. Dana and I have been to a lot of industry events over the years. The Association of Network Marketing Professionals event, which is in Dallas every year. the Eric Worre's Go Pro event, the mastermind event, our Next mastermind event. And the one common denominator with people who go out and earn 6 figures. Now we're talking, again, if you don't earn 6 figures in your job or your other business, it's okay. But like realize that if that's really what you aspire to, if you really want to have like freedom, the time freedom, the beach money that Dana was referencing, you need to contact a lot of people. And there was nobody that ever walked those stages that ever suggested that they ever enrolled less than 100 people over their career, over the point of actually building their business. Okay, so here's the exercise that I want you to do. You don't have to do it right now, but here's the thing that I've done on plenty of trainings in person, on stages in the past. I love asking people, okay, everybody pull out their phone. Now, many of you are on your phone, so you can't pull it out. But pull out your phone, okay, and look. And if you have an iPhone, you can go to the bottom of it, you know, in your contact list, and see how many contacts you have. And I was actually curious today. I went and Googled it, like, what's the average person, like, what's the average amount of contacts in somebody's phone? What's the average amount of Facebook friends people have, right? And I think it was like, and it was like this Dunbar research thing. It was suggesting it was like 480 like average contacts in people's phones. Now, my experience in asking that question, people have anywhere from 200 to 2,000 plus. But the next question I always ask people is like, okay, great. What percentage of the people that you have, of that 200, of that 2,000, whatever it may be, have you contacted about your products or your business? And it's always less than 5%. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, why is that? Well, we all know why it is, guys. We all know, right? We tend to prejudge people. You know, there's a little bit of like a feeling that, oh, I'm not really like totally educated on this product or this business. So maybe it's just not time. I'll wait till I'm an expert, right? Maybe it's not, you just don't know what to say or how to say it. We're going to help you through that, right? But the number one reason, guys, the number one reason people don't go beyond the 5 to 10% or more is fear. They're afraid of what people will think. They're afraid of getting an objection. They're afraid of getting a rejection. Okay, so I'm here to say, before I just kind of hand this back to Dana, is like, what are we worried about? Who cares what people think? This is you have your own emotional why of why you're doing this. So it really comes down to getting that like almost like fearless mentality or that gives you the ability, I should say, to go out and approach anybody, right? So let me just say this, and I'll hand over to Dana. Getting back to Richard Brooke and his thing, and his presentation, he was talking about a psychological way that you could get through prospecting on a consistent basis. And what he said was, here's the game. Here's the game. And I want you guys just like pretend like envision this, like this was being offered, this proposal was offered to you. Would you take it? Okay. And he went on to say that all you had to do each and every day, one time per day, if you do one contact per day where you made a legitimate invitation to see a presentation and see that through, you would be paid $500 for doing so, whether they joined or not. Okay, whether they joined or not. Now, the kicker was that you have to do it every day, but you can't like skip a day. Okay, so in other words, today's Monday. Let's say that I offered you, each and every one of you, $500 if by the end of tonight, you went out and spoke to somebody about your business, about your product. Would you do it? Type of 2, if you would do it. If I would offer you $500 to do that, would you do it? Right? Now, if I said to you, you know what? I'm going to extend this for the lifetime of your business building efforts. If tomorrow you do the same thing, I'm going to pay you another $500. Would you do it then? Type of 3, right? But if I said to you, if you skip one day, it's game over. Like there's no more, it's game over. Would you stay consistent with it? Of course you would. It's like, I'm loathing. Of course you would, because you'd be like, oh, of course I would. I'll go out there and I'll talk to anybody for $500 because they can say no and I'm still going to get paid. It's great, right? That's the way you think about this. I did this training over the weekend. I just dropped the link in the, as at the beginning of the Zoom. You can see the link for the YouTube, I can't speak, YouTube link from this weekend's recording. And I talked about it over the weekend about gamifying this business. That's the way that I would think, guys. Just gamify it, right? Gamify it. So anyhow, Dana, I think this Power Four is a very powerful concept. I think it's a function of being consistent with what you're doing, working in blocks of four, and if doing that and creating that kind of model within one's business, not only will one make money consistently, but as they build and take on partners in the business, that replication will happen as well. So I know you have a special guest first, Dana. I'm going to hand it back to you. And
well, wait. I have a question to ask you, if you don't mind me putting you on the spot.
Oh, sure.
We all love to put you on the spot, so I'm just going to put you on the spot. How many people have you enrolled since January 17th when we launched this business?
I've got like 78 pre-enrollees.
I don't care about pre-enrollees. I want to know, how many people have you put in the business?
Yeah, I think I'm like 24, 25 people in 6 weeks.
I think you have more than that.
Do I? I don't even know. I know I have 6 this month.
So you could look at the leaderboard for January and then look at the leaderboard for February and you'd know the number, because it'll tell you your two totals. So I just looked while you were doing this and I have 29.
You had 29?
29. And I know you have more than me because you were above me on the leaderboard. So one thing I can tell you guys is that this business has brought my passion back. Like I have never been so excited to enroll new people ever. Like in my, for a long time, this system is so simple. Put your email in here. Then on the contact manager, it tells you who to follow up with. It tells you right there, it's all organized for you in your back office. And I know I'm putting my blinders on. I'm in all out massive action. I'm excited about it. It's brought my joy back in life and in business. And I'm having fun with it. Not that I think I'll always be able to keep up that rate. It's obviously launching a business. You're in all out massive action and you've got to come up for air at some point and take a rest and refresh. But I can tell you that I want to make that a habit. I like how he said a challenge that's easy is 4 people. Get global bonus pool qualified. And I think that challenge is doable. Obviously, if you're still working to enroll your first one, contact your mentor, contact one of us. Let us all help you. If you're feeling like you're struggling to enroll, don't give up. There are ways to figure out how to make it happen. And that's why, plug into these training Zooms. Action is always going to be the best thing, because when you're in action, you're learning as you go. And if you trip, guess what? You get back up and you learn from it. I definitely would not be where I am today if I didn't fail over and over and over and over, and then get back up and then fail again and then get back up and then figure it out and figure out, what did I do wrong that time? Okay, I need to make this shift. And I was trying to do it all myself and I wasn't leaning on my upline. Oh, I need this shift to create that third-party validation and do the connection that they need with the upline. And just little things in business to make it simple and to make it flow. And you can't do that unless you're in action. And so thanks for leading from the front, Dave. We all appreciate your massive action, and we're following your lead. And so now I want to invite Dr. Tracy Norman. So I met Dr. Tracy at an event that I was at with Tara and another team member, Kim, and Dave Skoltetti was there. It was in October in Orlando, called Rank Makers Live. And that's where I met Dr. Tracy. Are you on, Dr. Tracy? Unmute yourself, girl. Oh, I don't hear you. but I did see you on here. She was on. Oh no, she is on. There you are. You're unmuted. But I can't hear you. Hold on. Let me see. There she is. I see her. Oh. Yeah, I see you, but hold on. Let me unmute you. It shows you're muted, but it's not letting me. Okay, there you are. Hey, girl. I still can't hear you. Okay. Okay, she's going to get back on in the Zoom. Okay, good. No big deal. She'll try jumping on. Lord knows I've had my technical difficulties with Zoom lately. So it's just how it goes. So she'll jump back on. The one thing I will say is that the things I've loved about Dr. Tracy, and I'll just set it up before she gets back on, is that she came in. She's a chiropractor. She lives in Jamaica. Okay. So this is a woman that reached out to me on social media, I think on Instagram, and just wanted to know about my business launch and wanted to know more details because she was kind of looking to make a change. And she said, first of all, no, she signed up as a pre-enrollee. She took the video tour, right? There's a process that they go through as they're finding out about the company. I followed up with her a couple times. She told me what she loved about the video tour. We jumped on a Zoom. Oh, no. Hey, hold on, guys. Let me correct myself. She didn't reach out to me on Instagram. She clicked on my link. I have my pre-enrollee link on my Facebook. It's on my Facebook bio and my Instagram bio. So I highly recommend you guys put it there because then people are curious about what you do. They'll click right on the pre-enrollee link, and I've had more than a few people put their email in, and I find out it's from my Instagram or my Facebook bio. That's a big thing, okay? So I never have had one conversation with her since Rank Makers Live. She put her email in and I saw it. And then Thursday comes around and guess what I did? I text her. I saw her cell phone. I had no clue she lived in Jamaica. Not even one clue, okay? And this is one thing that made me really grateful to be building a business like My Daily Choice that has the option to be global. Because I never had any clue she lived. Okay, good. Unmute yourself, girl. There she is. Yay! I was just setting it up for you. I was just saying how you clicked on my link on my bio. I was encouraging everyone to put their pre-enrollee link on their Facebook or their Instagram bio because when people are curious, like you were curious, you just clicked on the link, correct?
I did.
Yeah, and you took the video tour. So Thursday rolls around and I sent her, it was my pre-enrollee capture page, Damien. I actually, if you look at my Facebook, I actually got a different GoDaddy domain name. And in GoDaddy, I bought the domain name The Hemp Babe for $11.99. $11.99. I paid for 2 years, so 26 bucks. And then in GoDaddy, where the part where you manage your domain, it gives you the option to forward that domain to a different website. And you put in the website link, and I just put in my pre-enrollee capture page link. So I forwarded that domain, very simple, to the pre-enrollee capture page. If I can figure it out, anyone can, I promise. It's that simple. And Dr. Tracy clicked on it. I had no clue she was in Jamaica. Not even a little bit. Honestly, I had no clue. So that made me so grateful. After we chatted on Zoom, you went to you were buying your director pack, I believe at the time. And since then she's upgraded to executive. But at the time you're like, oh, they ship to Jamaica, right? And I'm like, you're in Jamaica? You're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, let me make sure. Yes, everything's good. You're going through. They ship to Jamaica.
Don't ask. I have to go through a shipping company.
Yeah, you already know all the tricks and stuff like that a little. So, Dr. Tracy, I believe everything happens for a reason. Do you guys believe that? If you believe that, put 4 in the chat below. Things don't just happen to us, they happen for us on purpose. And so the people that are meant to be in your life, the people that are meant to be in your business, the people that are meant to be lifelong friends, that will become your lifelong friends, will magnetically come to you or you to them. And that's the truth. And so Dr. Tracy came into our team and she just fit like a puzzle piece, like a perfect little puzzle piece. And she's been in all out massive action. So I'm gonna ask you just a couple questions, and I want you to give us your wisdom, because you've been in network marketing for about 4 years, correct?
10 years.
She's been in network marketing for 10 years, so she's a veteran. She's been learning and failing and learning, just like all of us have, for a long time, for 10 years. So tell me, the first question I'm going to ask, and you can put your wisdom from your 10 years in network marketing, your wisdom in there. Please let us all know the top action steps you've been taking with this business.
Okay, so with this business is very different from, you know, from my previous. And I just, you know, like 10 years ago when I came into my life, I literally, it just like you said, there's a, you know, you talk about the magnetic soulpreneur. I prayed 10 years ago. I said, God, please help me find a way to facilitate healing in people's lives without having to bend over a table and adjust so many people. And like then poof something, you know, a product and opportunity into my life. And that product and opportunity still is in my life. And then others came into my life. And so I've dabbled, I would say, in the last 10 years. I've been very good at selling products to like the people who I serve. But the concept of really leading with the opportunity and growing a business and a team has really only been in my field for probably the last maybe 3 years. But I really was always very uncomfortable prospecting people. I don't know what it was. It just never, even with my last company, never happened. And I followed you before we even met at Rank Makers. And I was, you know, attracted to your message or whatnot. But since I said yes, my daily choice, something just like fizzled inside of me. There was something that was like, I gotta do this. And the action has come from within, I would say. So I've reached out to about 100 people, mostly, maybe I only have like a handful of people I actually know. So it's very cold. I've been like kind of studying how to do this. You know, I've been like trying to learn, but never taking action. Because at the end of the day, I was like, oh, I just watched another video and I watched another video and never took action. But something just kind of like kicked into gear and I was like, no, I'm doing this. So I haven't actually enrolled anyone, but for me to actually jump into gear, you know, have conversations with strangers and invite them to, you know, maybe watch a video. Now, not all of them, I think I have 10 pre-enrollees, but just, you know, the taking those actions was huge for me, huge.
I think,
and it was all on like, there are a couple on Instagram.
So say that again, it was all on Facebook and a couple on Instagram?
Facebook Messenger and some on Instagram as well. So
can you tell us, so 10% is pretty good. Like a 10% pre-enrollee link to get them in your tree out of 100, 10% is pretty good. So you have 10 pre-enrollees out of 100 people you reached out to, especially since they were strangers in cold market, right? So warm market's always a little bit easier. And first of all, does anyone feel like Dr. Tracy about not loving to prospect? Is that just her? Is she alone in that? Is she the only one that doesn't love to prospect? Just let me know in the chat, because I think you're not alone in that. I think it's scary for all of us. It's scary for all of us to reach out to someone that we don't know. We all hesitate. We get in our head. We get nervous. We don't want them to think we're just trying to be out for us. We want to come from a place of service, just like you said, the people that you serve. And so I love that.
Yeah, and I have to tell you honestly, I didn't even know that you knew I watched the videos. I'm going to tell you that too. So when you came back around and were like, hey girl, I saw that you watched the videos, I was like, oh my God, she saw what I, you know, it just kind of felt good for you to be following up. So, and the people I have followed up with, everyone has had some sort of, oh, I actually didn't make it quite through all the videos, but I'm going to. No one has really totally gotten through the videos, so I'm going to follow back with them again, like you told me today to follow back up again. So
yeah. So this, I just put in the chat the website. That's a simple website you can give them for anyone you're following up with. You can send them to lockinmyspot.com. It's a HempWorks corporate site, and all they have to do is just put their email in, and it'll take them right back to their video tour. It's just it's a simple little easy thing. Like you can be like, oh, you didn't get a chance to watch them. Here's where you can go to get right back to the video tour.
Wow.
And then always like throw in, you're going to want to upgrade by Thursday so you can save your spot. So it's always like that little sense of urgency. Yeah. Carrie, it was actually, we have a couple people that are in HempWorks that are in our team page that have been in HempWorks for longer. And our friend Sherry, some of you guys might know Sherry, she posted it, and it is in the back office. I just don't know where. She said it was in the back office though. lockinmyspot.com. Okay, last question. So you've reached out to 100 people. That was my second question. I'm really, really proud of you. Could you just kind of tell us like a sample of what you're saying? Because I think we all are obsessed with what are people saying when they're getting 10 enrollees in a week. What are they saying?
You know, I have used some of the scripts from your last training with and not scripts, but kind of, you know, tweaking them a little bit to make them me, but from the training that you and David did last week. So I've also done some about, you know, so let me just say, so the strangers that I've that I've met, some of them are moms, you know, some of them I've been kind of looking in like moms groups. I'm a mom, and one of the things that's very attractive to me is time freedom and financial freedom. I've also been looking in kind of holistic pages, so people who are more holistically based, and I've been saying things like, you know, hey, looks to me that you're, you know, really into cutting edge products, or I can't even say, I have to kind of scroll back through my message. Yeah. You know, leveling your, you know, vitality. Would you be open to taking a look at what I'm doing? I've been doing lately, and I haven't even tried the products, to tell you the truth. So it does feel like a little funny because I haven't even received mine. But you know, up level
before I tried them too.
You know, so one of these themes, and you actually, to tell you the truth, what Dana said that really made me sign on board was, I mean, this was the selling line you used with me was, the CBD takes the anxiousness out of motherhood. And I was like, sold, sign me up. Like,
I need it.
So I've been on like quite a few, you know, threads where there's moms who are either anxious or like no sleep. So I've been kind of throwing that in there. So I've been really using that.
I love it. So one thing I'm hearing, and I said this on my Facebook Live earlier, is that entrepreneurs are resourceful. You live on an island. You live on an island, and you're using social media to go where the people are. You're using social media to go think outside the box and join Facebook groups of like-minded people, entrepreneurs, holistic-minded people, other mamas. You're basically using Facebook as your networking group, right?
Yeah. Can I share an experience I had this weekend? It was like a little uncomfortable too, but we drove an hour away to this different like beach community, and there was a bunch of people who are going to know that we're going to be there, and there was a friend who I'm friends with she's a mom, she's a teacher, like a full-time teacher, new mom, and she is just like, oh my god, this is awful, like, I'm taking care of other people's kids all day. And anyway, she's really struggling with that. She hates it. And so we've talked about it before, but I didn't bring it up again. And then there's another more seasoned mom, like her kids are in their 20s, and someone went to go take a picture of this new baby, and the newer mom, the seasoned mom, said, "Oh, let's just post it to social media. Let's be like Dr. Tracy. Hi, I'm Dr. Tracy." And I got so triggered inside. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm trying so hard to put myself out there and be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I just, and I kind of said it in a way that, like, you know, the other mom would hear. So I said, well, that's what allows me to work 14 hours a week at my chiropractic job. And, you know,
yes,
the rest come from all these social media posts. So I don't mind putting myself out there. And I could see that people are like kind of chiming up like, oh.
You're right. You're doing it with intention. You're doing it to build a virtual business.
So it's been very uncomfortable to like get out of the way and show up. But I think that a lot of them want that, what's on the other side. And I want more. So.
They do, girl. And the one thing I've heard, have any of you guys ever had anyone say cutting comments to you about you building your online business? Just comment in the chat. Do a 5. Do a 5 if you've ever had anyone give you any kind of a cutting, negative, hater type comment, because they really just don't understand. If they had the ability to get virtual income, they would probably do it too. They just don't understand the freedom that it's given you and your family. And so I love that you said something to make her realize, this allows me to be home with my kids. This allows me to have what every mom wants, the ability to be a present parent. This allows me to travel with my family. The extra income's really been such a gift, but I wouldn't have it if I didn't put myself out there. And it's not easy to put yourself out there. That I like that you said that. It's being vulnerable, not so easy for everyone. Sometimes you really have to force yourself and jump out of your comfort zone. Lately, I've been doing a Facebook Live every Monday night, Monday Magic Facebook Live, and it's not easy. I've been like forcing myself to show up. I thought a couple different times, oh, I could just not do it tonight. I'll just go to the team mastermind. I don't have to put makeup on and feel like I have to prepare. And I just felt like, no, you're not going to do that. It's only the 3rd week. You got to show up. So it's like sometimes we have to give ourselves that pep talk in our head of, no, you're going to show up. You're better than that. And so you just saying something was you sticking up for yourself too. So I'm proud of you. And I hope other people did hear, because, you know, sometimes people say stuff and they just don't realize how they sound, or they're doing it on purpose to make you feel small.
She actually reached out and she was like, I hope you weren't offended by that. You're so adorable. And I was like, well, I wasn't, but I just need you to know that I would have to bend the table so much longer than I have to, and that's, you know, it's not giving me my financial dreams.
It's for a purpose. It's for a purpose. Yes. So the last question I'm going to ask you.
Sure.
You just made a massive investment in your business. So you're in Jamaica. You came to Rankmakers Live in October, so I know that was a plane ticket and a hotel, and now you just bought your plane ticket to Las Vegas. And I know it wasn't cheap, okay? Because I saw it. It was not a cheap plane ticket. But you bought it, and you're coming to meet the owners, to mingle with the team, to really feel the vibes of everything. Can you tell us why you made that decision to make that investment?
You know, I think I have to start with saying that I did not see HempWorks coming into my life. I wasn't looking for something else. The company I was in for the last 4 years. I love the products. They changed my life. I've been on a couple of trips with them, but the culture and the vibes have been missing for me. And I didn't have a team. I sold a lot of products, but I didn't have a team. And this feels like a totally new beginning. I did not see coming. Like you said, like it was very divinely orchestrated, and it's the beginning of the year, and I just want a very different trajectory for my year. And so I just know, it's like a knowing, like I know I have to be there. And I told you today, I'm kind of a voice, like Vegas has not ever been anywhere I ever even want to go. And I'm like, I'm just going. So yeah.
I love that. I didn't know what you were going to say as your answer to that, but that completely blew me away on anything I thought you were going to say. 2020 is a new year. I want a new trajectory to my life. I want to do things bigger than I've ever done. And in order to achieve what you haven't ever achieved, you have to do things you've never done. And so I'm proud of you for making that investment. A lot of us on this Zoom will see you there. We're all going to hug you huge. And just and we can all bond together. And I love, you've been in network marketing 10 years and you've never had you didn't have a team before. And the team, I believe, is what makes or breaks the business. The support, the love, the bonding, it keeps people in long enough to learn the skill sets for success. And so I'm proud of you. Good job, Dr.
I'm proud too. Thank you.
Thank you for jumping.
Feels good. I've been watching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's awesome so far. It's only been a couple weeks.
Amazing job on your first interview. We're all proud of you. We're cheering you on. Massive action will pay off. Proud of you, girl. Good. Awesome.
Thanks.
So did any of you guys resonate with Dr. Tracy? Did any of you resonate? 100 people she's reached out to, a lot of them she didn't know. It's not easy to do that. I could feel her hesitancy and her scaredness and her fear and her vulnerability. We all have it. Like if anything, that's what makes me relate to her, right? Because I have fear when I'm reaching out to people on my chicken list. I have fear when I'm reaching out to people that I'm afraid of what they're going to say, but I also know that I won't be able to bless the amount of lives that I know this opportunity can bless if I don't leap out of my comfort zone, right? So a whole lot of lives are going to be changed from this opportunity if we go into action, if we use the power of 4, if we say right away when people get in, binary qualified, 2 on your left, 2 on your right, let that duplicate in the most simple and easy way. Duplicate power of 4 and use that to build your business brick by brick by brick. So thank you guys so much for jumping on right now. I'm actually going to unmute. Oh, wait. One thing I am going to say, hi, Rachel. One thing I am going to say is I'm going to promote the leaderboard promotion for our whole team. And the leaderboard, the ones at 100 are not like, I'm so shocked. It would be so easy for you guys to get on the leaderboard. Probably just following up with people to get them in by Thursday. Following up with your pre-enrollees can get you on the leaderboard. So anyone that gets on the leaderboard is going to go into a raffle for $200 cash, spending money for Vegas, and which is March 20th and 21st, by the way. We're going to have a corporate office private tour. We're going to have a roadshow regional with product launches and lots of team swag and lots of company swag. Then we're going to have a special team Skyloft, Penthouse, MGM Grand mixer with the owners of the company, the corporate staff, a DJ, a bartender, and lots of hors d'oeuvres and fun. And they said they're going to spoil our team. So that means they're going to be giving us lots of giveaways just for our team. So it's going to be pretty epic. If you can find a way to make it happen, be like Dr. Tracy and change the trajectory of your 2020. Make that investment. If I didn't make the investment to go to my very first company event 6 years ago, which I laughed at my upline when she told me to go, I literally laughed in her face. I said, ha, 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 yeah, right, am I going? Totally. That was like more of like a Santa laugh. But I did because I didn't see the vision yet. But she was very adamant that I needed to be there. And just like Tracy said, she felt in her heart she needs to be there. We got to feel the vibes, especially if we're going all in and taking this company and taking our lives to the next level. So we hope to meet you guys in Vegas, and also try to get on the leaderboard. Do your best because you're going to get $200 cash raffle, and you're going to get a private coaching group with accountability and special incentives with David Skoltedi and myself for next month. So, all right, guys, I'm going to unmute everyone. I want to hear you all. I want to hear all the voices. Say good night, beautiful team.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys.
Good night,
Good night,
everyone.
guys.
Bye. Good night. Good night, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
A
Anthony.
true Santa laugh.
He does it better than all of us. I love it. Hi, Melanie.
Here's why.
Cutest baby ever. Oh, look, there's Santa. Oh my goodness. Santa came to our Zoom. I love it.
we need hempworks at the North Pole. The elves need it.
Yes, the elves have too much anxiety.
Too much anxiety. Too many aches and pains.
Too many aches and pains. Thank you, guys. That's so cute. Thank you, guys. Have an awesome night. Bye.
Bye.
Anthony. That's awesome. Bye, guys.
Okay,